thinking about joining the military for the perks? Or you just feel like a really patriotic citizen who wants to serve their nation? While any of these reasons are valid enough to embark on such a noble profession, did you know the military is infamous for putting its members through some of the most brutal drills in the world? Serving your nation is no small feat. Most times, military men find themselves having to survive under extreme conditions, where it takes grit, discipline, and skills to successfully come out. To ensure that the military is only packed with the best of the best, men and women must successfully scale through insane exercises to make the cut. Today, we will be talking about some of the most rigorous military training exercises, which include activities that push humans past their mental, physical, and emotional boundaries. Number 10. The Sludge Run, British Royal Marines. The Green Beret is a signifier that this person is a member of the greatest fighting force in Britain, and the British Royal Marine recruits go through the rigorous training hoping to come out successful and wear the prestigious Green Beret. Training techniques include tasks which many have described as demoralizing and grueling. The 32-week training course is designed to filter the civilians from the commandos, and we definitely see how a regular person would chicken out of the tasks. For up to 45 minutes at a time, recruits are tasked with performing extreme tasks in thick mud which hinders movement. They are ordered by their superiors to crawl through the mud and do press-ups among many other things. Number 9. The Road to Heaven, Taiwan Marines. The Taiwan Marines are determined to put their recruits through physical and mental tests to prepare them for the tough battles they will face as part of the military if they scale through the training exercises. The Road to Heaven is the final round of a 9-week intensive training program which requires recruits to complete difficult exercises, including leopard crawling through 150 feet through a path littered with sharp objects and rocks. Recruits are forced to endure pain and cuts to their skin as they crawl through the path, and they go through this all while sleep-deprived, having been awake for 4 days without any sleep. Number 8. Cobra Blood Cocktail, U.S. Marines. Becoming a member of one of the most elite armed forces is no easy task. You can ask the recruits of the U.S. Marines. In the past, maybe a few push-ups and a quick dash across an obstacle course would earn you a spot. But these days, the tasks are more brutal, and the recruits must prove their worth. We have heard a lot of crazy tasks set for military recruits, but this one gave us quite the shock. The United States Marines training program includes giving trainees Cobra blood to drink and decapitating a live chicken with their teeth. Pretty gruesome, right? Every year, the U.S. Marines hold an 11-day exercise with various tasks, including survival techniques, courses on evacuation techniques, and how to kill venomous animals. Soldiers are taught that Cobra blood is great for sustenance in case of emergency, and recruits are encouraged to drink the blood after killing the animal. Number 7. Firewalk, Belarus Red Berets. To get a place in Belarus's military, you have to earn your stripes, or earn your red beret in this case. The men in Belarus's Interior Ministry's special unit are put through intense drills to become the tactical force they are. Acceptance into the team doesn't come easy for these guys. I'm talking about literally throwing things at the new recruits to get them off balance and shooting live rounds at these guys. Only the fittest guys make it through the task and earn a spot on the Red Berets. Typically, it takes at least 4 attempts before one can successfully scale through the training exercises. Number 6. Shot to the chest, Russian forces. Of course, the Russian military has devised the most rigorous training exercises to adequately prepare its military men for threats faced from both domestic and international forces. The Russian Special Forces is the team sent out to handle threats to the nation, and recruits are subjected to a unique training exercise designed to make sure only the best make the cut. One of the most shocking exercises is shooting each other in the chest while wearing bulletproof vests, of course. While a bulletproof vest might make this technique seem slightly less extreme, some of the trainees do end up with serious injuries. The point of the training is to test survival instincts. Soldiers must return fire regardless of whether they are injured or not, and the shots must be accurate and prompt. Number 5. Hand grenade hot potato, People's Liberation Army of China. Most soldiers risk their lives the moment they first step onto the battlefield, but the trainees for the People's Liberation Army of China begin risking their lives the moment they sign up for the army. Military men all over the world must have great discipline, a sharp survival instinct, precision, and courage. But the soldiers in China take their values to the next level. To properly condition the soldiers, trainees are put through an intense game of hot potato, where a live hand grenade is the hot potato. A live grenade is passed around by the recruits and ends when the last soldier throws down the grenade before it explodes and quickly dives for cover. How crazy does that sound? You might think that your gym trainer is the absolute worst and puts you through hell, but how do you think these guys feel? Number 4. Cold water training. U.S. Navy SEALs. The Navy SEALs are perhaps one of the best-known special forces in the world, performing secret and dangerous tasks all around the globe. To perform these dangerous tasks, the men picked to join the elite Navy SEALs are put through the ultimate test. The cold water conditioning is an intense training technique where the recruits are fully covered in mud, their arms and legs bound, and dropped into cold water to test their stamina and survival instincts. The men must float for 5 minutes, bob up and down 20 times, and swim to the edge of the pool without sinking to the bottom. Number 3. Shirtless snowfight. South Korean Force soldiers. Every winter, at least 200 South Korean special forces make their way to Pyeongchang and its infamous minus 30 degrees Celsius weather. Once there, soldiers must strip down to near nakedness, and their intense training exercise begins. Trainees go through wrestling, gymnastics, crawl through snow, and throw snowballs at each other's bare chest as a part of their training. Recruits who survive these rigorous training conditions are deemed worthy of joining the South Korean Special Forces. Number 2. Sinking ship. U.S. Navy. Have you ever been stranded on a sinking ship for hours? No? Like me, you've probably only watched the Titanic movie, but you had a lot to say about how Jack and the rest could have survived, didn't you? Well, you know who has a first-hand experience about how it feels to be on a sinking ship? The U.S. Navy recruits. The U.S. Navy's training program includes a task where young recruits are forced to survive a recreation of a shipwreck for 12 hours. The recreation is as realistic as possible, and the fake vessel is immersed in 130,000 gallons of water with bass speakers that buffet the ship, creating a simulation of a missile attack. Recruits must make their way through the shipwreck and pull casualties from the wreckage. The exercise will also test how well recruits strap in survivors, remove bodies from the wreckage, all while foraging through thick plumes of smoke and flames. Number 1. Baptism by height. Israeli Defense Force. Military men in the Israel Defense Force are trained to leap down skyscrapers and jump from the top of the tallest building when the need arises. The Israel Anti-Terror Unit is tasked with keeping the country safe from domestic and international terrorist threats, and the trainees are put through tasks to ensure they are fully prepared for the grueling tasks ahead. Recruits must make their way through obstacle courses while focusing on the window and waiting for the command to make their move. Recruits then take turns jumping off the top of the 49-story Israeli Center. Although most of these training exercises sound completely crazy, they are still being conducted today in most parts of the world. So, that's our video for today, the 10 craziest military training exercises. What do you guys think? Are these exercises actually needed, or are they just a dehumanizing tradition that should be scrapped? Sound off in the comments below and let me know what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching.